Does the 6 go by the 10? It appears to. The pocket's wide enough. The side pockets are a little wider than the corners. They are 4 1/4. I think the side pockets are probably about 4 1/2.
Now, do you want to? He's got to nudge the 8 here, I think, hasn't he? But he's got to be careful. He's just looking to see where the 8 will go. He doesn't want to tie the 10 up.
He can draw it off the 8 just a little bit. No, he doesn't want
Oh, he didn't have to touch it. Even better.
Better, because if he touches it, you can put it right on top of the 10 and hello, problems.
He just reminded me of a fantastic movie when you said hello. It was about a hospital, and they set up an advertising agency within the hospital. I can't remember what it was now. Terrific movie.
Well, he doesn't want to be on the rail here, so he wants to stay off the rail on the left, and he did. Coming straight across for the 10 in the upper right. Probably use a hint of inside on this, or you can come up on the other side.
You can see a 2-rack advantage here if you can make these 2 balls, George. And we are getting to the business end, race to 8, of course. He'll only need 2 more.
He's got to make this to tie things up at 5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. No need to apologize. we kind of run into things when you're looking at brackets and looking at different things, and we come back to.
I'm keeping an eye on many scores over here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Tied at 5.
Yeah.
Race to 8. John Lehman, our tournament director, to rack the balls, and you were going to say?
I was just going to say, you know, look at the crowds coming here now, the arena filling up. There's an air that Shane Van Boning is going to be next on the table, so they're making sure they get their seats for that one early as well. Everywhere around this arena you look, there's people playing pool, there's people buying T-shirts and having their tips replaced. You've got Fargo Rate over there with Salotto, you've got the Predator booth, you've got Off the Rail, you've got Jam Up Apparel. There's just so much going on all around this. And then that's just this room. There's 2 more rooms. You know, there's another one full of tables, 3 more rooms. Another one full of tables where they're playing the Nationals. There's another one with 40 tables in where they're doing the mini tournaments. And then, of course, the 3-cushion, the UMB 3-cushion World Cup is going on the new 5x10 Predator 3-cushion tables. It's just really is. It's just amazing here. It really is a fun-filled feast on the felt, George.
Fun-filled feast on the felt. That's a lot of F words.
Now, George. PG.
Yeah, PG. PEHLIVANOVIC to break. Tied at 5. He won the lag, so he breaks whenever the score is even. Cue ball. There goes the 6, 7.
6 and 7, yeah.
Yeah. He usually makes them in numerical order, the 6 and 7, or the 4 and 5. Well, he's got a thin cut on this one, and he wants to avoid those 2 balls, that red one and the purple one. When he gets position on the 2, he can't hold it, so he has to hit a couple of rails.
I mean, if he hit the 4, I know, of course, he doesn't want to tie the 4 up, but if he did come into the 4, it might leave him straight on the 2 into this bottom left, George.
If it stopped there, I mean, he's got to hit it square.
Yeah.
He wants to avoid him. Anytime you're bumping balls, you're asking for trouble.
Absolutely agree. I always ask for trouble.
Well, we know that.
If you're looking for trouble, you came to the right place.
Look how nice he avoided everything. And look at this angle on this 2 ball. He's unhappy with that.
You know what perfectionist players are these days, George. They don't get it exactly where they want it.
I saw the look, and he kind of like shook his head like, look where I got. I'd be tickled pink with this. Just roll it forward, just roll this ball in, and you're on to 3.
I think he's dead straight. That's why he's digging down. He's played it well.
See, he wants to play shape for the side pocket so he can slide down for the 5 is what it was. He doesn't want to run the cue ball around. So he's apparently extremely selective about his position.
PEHLIVANOVIC, the perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
We've got another perfectionist. He's even got it tattooed on his neck. Excellent catchy defending champion. He won twice yesterday. So he's going strong. He would love to defend this title. Huge prize money. Almost $250,000 up for grabs here. Paying very deep. Big prize money, $60,000 to the winner. How much does the runner-up get, George?
The runner-up gets $40,000.
Wow.
Third and fourth get $20,000 apiece.
Oh, that's more than most big tournaments pay.
We got more than $250,000 here in prize funds.
Alison Chang said she's just posted her first ever message on YouTube chat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. She says hi.
Who was that? Well,
Alison Chang.
I think it went down. I don't have it on here. It went down for me.
I pulled the plug out because I want you to concentrate on your expert opinion.
Well,
on
I
this.
don't blame you. It's back up. Well, we're depending on your expert opinion for the time being.
Well, we're all in trouble. So just draw back now for the 9. He's finished dead straight on this 8 ball.
Okay, now you said that someone just posted their very first comment on YouTube. And that was...
So in goes the 8 ball. So this 9 and 10 to take the lead once more, and then we're going to go for a quick break. And we'll be back with rack number 12.
Yeah, those quick breaks are to pay the bills, folks. We want to run some commercials, and we'll be back. Back. Ko Ping Chung to break the balls. He's trailing 6-5. Pretty much on break. No one's taken real control of this match yet, so it's up for grabs. No more than a game difference throughout the match.
Another great break there, and no reward for it, I don't think. He sits down.
You know, you mentioned all the people in the room now compared to last week. Well, the teams have arrived, as you well know. And so before that, you know, we had good participation, fans in the stands and stuff. But most of the people were out playing their matches. There were singles matches for the most part during the Alpha Las Vegas Open. Now with the teams here, we'll have some good crowds and stuff to walk down the aisles getting back to this pro arena.
Yeah, there's some huge prize money in those league events as well. I didn't
Yes, there is.
realize.
Sure.
Some of the prizes are amazing.
And you know, a lot of you and I's, you know, guys like you and I are coming to Las Vegas and leaving here world champions on the BCA World Championships. Good friend of mine in Tucson went home with the World Championships, James Leonard. Good going, bud.
It's amazing. So nice, and that's what they play these CSI leagues for all year. This is their big hurrah here at the Rio.
This shot can get pinched off this rail real quick, trying to get back for this 4-ball. I don't know if he's got the space to get enough room to get through there to make this. That's what he's looking at right now, where he wants to hit with this ball. He's going to have a little bit of draw or right English on this for this 4-ball. And he can get it off the rail real quick. It's froze.
Oh,
hit it perfect.
Beautiful shot. He's not going to have a shot on the 4, though. He's going to have to play a nice safety here.
That's the kind of shot you have to hit a little harder, because when you slow down and try to hold it on that right side, it can be missed real quick. It can get away. Right on top of the 5, this cue ball should be. It's not. Got away from him. Hands left the shot on the 4. But that 4-ball is a little on the bottom side of this pocket, and cutting that thin sends the cue ball to that opening in the bottom corner.
In 2015, Ko Ping Chung was actually beaten 11-1 in the semi-finals by Shane Van Bonen. That's quite of the US Open.
Well, you know, Shane can get on a run.
And we'll be seeing him next on here, guys. Midday scheduled.
Especially 7 years ago.
Oh, he's wobbled it.
In fact, I think it was 2015 where he won the U.S. Open 10-ball 3 years in a row, right after 2015. And the U.S. Open 8-ball, he played Hill to win it 3 times in a row. Lost in the Hill match on a bad scratch on the break. Never forget that. I've seen Shane play some of the. He's the only player I've seen play a perfect match.
Oh, that was lovely. Oh, you mean breaking and running?
Yes.
A whole lot.
And his opponent doing the same, except his opponent scratched on a break. It was Josh Roberts. It was on a 7-foot table.
Doesn't count.
Playing 8-ball.
Wow, yeah, that's a great game. Yeah. 8-ball on a 7-foot. Probably my favourite game, if I'm honest. Maybe we should play a bit of that, George.
That's fine. I'm game. Find time for it, though.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah. We come up here and we're right here in front of the screen.
Oh, now how about this? This is a real Jason Shaw shot or a Josh Filler shot. play this. Draw all the way back for the 7.
Some of
about where he is now, or maybe not quite that far. Keep that head still, Sanjin. Oh, what a great shot. He's drawn it back too far. Don't scratch. He's okay. Well, would have liked a bit more angle now. What about going round first?
Yeah, he threw it back too far.
Yeah. Beautiful stroke. Meanwhile, Georgie's dying live on air. Decides to take a longer 8 ball. You all right, George?
Yeah, I just had to go get a shot of tequila. Well, I'm sorry, it was rum. I'm just kidding, folks. I just had a little tickle in my throat and had to get some water in there.
We've had Tony Robles, who hasn't been feeling all that well. Don't you start getting ill as well? I'll be end up here on my own.
That wasn't even close to being ill. That's just
Oh,
too much.
Nicely played. So this is a good out, this, from the Bosnian Herzegovinian.
Someone commented on the Shane-Josh Roberts match that I mentioned. No, Josh Roberts scratched on the break, and Shane ran out. I think it was the 3rd or 4th or 4th or 5th rack.
So this 10 ball then. And then we'll just take him round the room again, George, shall we? Make them feel a part of it. Alex Kazakis on the hill now against Alex Pagulayan, 7-1 up. And we have a result for you. Omar Al-Shaheen has been beaten by Ali Al-Obaidi, 8 racks to 3. Also on the hill, Blaine Barkas, 7-4 against Blake Baker, Ralph Souquet, 6-3 up against Pedro Botta. Jeremy Susse is 5-4 down to Radislav Babica. Sky Woodward, 6-6 with Daniel Maciel. Mika Immonen has beaten Corey Jewell by 8 racks to 4. Also on the hill, Jonas Salto, 7-5 against Schnigoki, and Hill for Donny Mills. And John Schmidt, Darren Appleton, 6-4 up against Sharid. Thorsten Holman has beaten the young Eric Roberts, 8-4. Conrad Musician is 7-5 up against Yukio Akagayama. Here we go.
Those two are at the same score. These two are. PEHLIVANOVIC to break here on the hill. He can send the young Co packing with a break and run. Well, it's not going to be this time because he broke dry.
Yeah, neither player. Neither player really grabbed hold of this match. But PEHLIVANOVIC coming good when it counts most towards the end.
Well, he's going to take a full shot at this because the 6th ball, if he can come into the 6th ball right there, he'll have a good shot on the 2, and that's exactly what he's checking on. What happens if I run through it? How far can I run through the 6? More than likely, he'll catch a little bit of the rail in the 6 at the same time. That's going to send him out and give him perfect position on that 2.
What's he going to do, George? Just to make up his mind because he's used his extension. I was hoping for a more succinct answer about what he's going to do with the balls here, George.
I was referring to your little note. And what he's going to do here, control what you can control. Go ahead and bump the 6.
Oh,
But
unlucky.
make the 2. Make the 1 so you can have shape on the 2. It was just a matter of making that ball, because that position was natural, I thought. He couldn't help but get position on that ball. So just focus on the make and not on how you hit the 6. Because now he's led him back to the table.
Does it pass the 7, George?
Yes.
Just.
Yes.
He's got 3/4 of a pocket, maybe. So what an important shot this is. Make this get on the 2, and it should be a formality, George, to win this match.
Well, there's a lot of things can
He's
happen.
overdone it. He's overcut it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to make the balls to win the match. And
He could be in trouble here.
easy to get out of line.
He might stick him behind the 7 here.
You got to make the balls. Soft kick, he could keep the cue ball on the 7 and move the 1 ball down just a little. He doesn't have to move it far, just with a soft kick. It's kind of like that. Oh, that ball leaked just a little. He had to hit it a little bit more to the right there. And now he's again allowed him back to the table. Miss on the 1, the soft kick that could have worked in his advantage. And now PEHLIVANOVIC again with a good shot to get on that 2. Once you're on that 2, things could go really right for you. There's not much ball movement with the cue ball to go through it.
Oh,
he's missed it
well
again.
Wide. Wow, how much did he miss that by?
This is a good example of how the very first game in a match and the very last game in a match are the hardest to win.
Yeah, well said. Totally agree. Now then, Mr. 626, John Schmidt has beaten Donnie Mills on the hill, 8-7. Good win. He's playing some good stuff, John Schmidt.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad to see him back playing in these tournaments. He has stayed out of them for some time. He worked hard on breaking Willie Mosconi's straight pool record and got it done with the 626. And then had it shattered by Jason Shaw with the 714.
Did you ever see Mosconi play?
I almost got a chance to play Mosconi.
Right.
I was in college at the University of Arizona. He was doing exhibitions, and my friend Ruben Madero was supposed to play him in the afternoon. I was going to play him at the 7 p.m. match. And down comes the director of the University of Arizona Student Union, and he brought someone else to play him. He said he'll be playing Mosconi. I was warming up on the table.
Well, that's a very nice story, George, but I meant Mosconi Cup.
No, not Mosconi Cup. I meant Willie Mosconi. That would have been something I would have treasured forever, to play Willie Mosconi in an exhibition straight pool match. That's not, ooh, it just barely got by. Big chance for Coe to stay alive here. This man's on the hill. He needs 3 games to win this match. And believe me, this young man here has a lot of heart. He can find a way to win those 3 games.
When I said at the start of this, I thought it was going to be a hill match.
Oh, look out, 7.
He's okay. No, he's not. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Ouch. You know, that's a good example again how things can just line up for the other guy.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Just overdid it. Thought he was going to slide past it. He's going to kick this 2 rails left-handed. Oh, what a shot. I thought he'd made
It's still a great shot. It's still a good shot. He still has the safety here. He's a long way away. Now my question here is, will PEHLIVANOVIC bank this 5-ball down? Because really, where can he go with a high degree of accuracy for a safety? Let's see if he banks this ball. I didn't see him make a call. Shot clock's gone. Not hard enough for a bank. He's going behind the 8. He's not going to find it. he's left a shot on the 5.
Where? He's not cutting this. In the side, you mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he has a choice but to go for it. Unless he tries to get the cue ball behind the 8.
Yeah, I think that's a much better shot. Send the 5 ball.
I think he goes for this.
If he goes for this and gets it, I think that's going to be shot of the match. Maybe it looks different down there. Yeah, I couldn't see him going for that.
He went for the safety.
Oh,
He's left a shot, yes. I think you go for that ball all day.
Yeah, he's got to go for this now. Here's a chance to win the match. Well, he bought his jump cue with him, thinking he'd need his jump cue. There you see it. Look,
he just dropped it.
He's dropped it on the floor. I don't want you now.
It's a $600 jump cue. It's the Air Rush.
Yeah.
It's a great jump cue. He just drops it on the, well, it's carpeted. It's carpeted and has padding over it.
It's got 2 layers of carpet, hasn't it?
It does. It does. He cut it all the way.
Oh, this is going to be nice. This is going to be nice. Well,
again, he leaves an open ball.
Good distance,
no cover.
though.
He's
Good
trying,
distance,
though.
George.
Yes. If you can't cover, distance is your friend. In other words, if you can't find cover in a gunfight, stay out of range. He's going to go underneath this 8 ball and get behind it.
He is. The jump cue might come out now. Oh, no, he doesn't need it, I don't think. I think he can. Oh, no, he is covered. He's got to jump this. Where in the side, George, off the 6, maybe.
That's actually a good call. That's better than trying to cut it over to the left-hand corner because you'll leave the table with the cue ball.
Yeah. So 5 ball side pocket off the 6. There you have a bird's eye view of it. Well, did he catch the 6? Well, look at this. He's going to play the 5-10 combo. 10 will come back up, of course.
And the 5 will sit up for a shot. And from here, he pockets this combo. This match will go on because Ko needs 3 of them. 3 games to win.
I remember PEHLIVANOVIC in one of the Euro tours. Oh, he was diced with danger there.
It's dangerous.
PEHLIVANOVIC was playing against Josh Filler in the Euro Tour final. He got onto it was 9 ball. He got onto the 9 ball. It was a little bit on the rail, but a shot that you'd expect him to make. He celebrated. He done his big celebration, got down and missed the 9 ball, and that was hill.
That would be a big ouch. Boy, do you feel like I don't know what you would feel like, a blind squirrel?
Maybe not hill. I think he was 8-7 up in a race to 9 or something. But anyway, hopefully he's learnt that lesson and he won't celebrate prematurely again because it cost him a Euro Tour.
That's a mortal sin, in my opinion. Because especially in this game, I've seen crazy things happen where you think it's safe to go back in the water, but there's sharks, big ones.
I just got a lovely calmness come over my mind.
Oh, yeah?
I just sat here looking at those lights above the table and looking around the room and thinking, wow, how lucky am I to be sat here doing something that I love in this magnificent country of yours. And it really is a joy to be here, guys, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to sit here and talk about this wonderful game.
Well, we're going to go to a break so we can pay the bills for this wonderful game right after this 10 ball and be back with more pool. And we are back from the commercial break. Middle code to break. Trailing by a game, 7-6. Four ball finds a pocket. Long shot on the 1, but it's available. Tough to go from the 1 to the 2.
Just wondering, can you cut this back, George?
Oh no, he'll cut this to the corner with a lot of right-hand spin. Probably run the cue ball into the 8.
Oh, that's a tough shot.
That's what I think he'd have to play, unless he decides to play safe, and he's got a decent safety. He can two-rail it back into that group of balls and hold the cue ball on the right side there of the table.
Oh yeah, it won't cut from that angle, I can see. Yeah, he's going to go for the safety. It's too risky, isn't it, to play this?
Especially at this juncture. He can't allow his opponent to come to the table with an open table. If he does, you know, he's going to lose the match. One of the things I've noticed about this Predator felt is that inside English, even though it's new cloth, it does hold and take the English where other cloths don't. It's surprising in that manner. Surprising to me, anyway. He's got the air rush out, as he is a Predator-sponsored player.
He's got to watch he doesn't get the cue ball off the table. We've seen it once. There you go.
You've seen it twice. You call that one, Mark.
That's the second time. Mind our LED lights on our new electronic arena, guys.
Well,
we'll be sending you a bill. We'll be stopping it out of your check if you win any money in this.
Yeah, Ko Ping Chung may have ball in hand here, but he's got some work to do to develop this rack. He's got the 5, 9, 8 tied up together. And he can actually open up open it up a little here. I guess he's going to have to go into this, but he'll be straight on the deuce. He's got to be careful not to get behind the ball. Nicely done. He's opened it up perfectly.
Round of applause from this audience, and appreciating the great shot he's just played there.
And he's got a little angle that he needs to get to this 3 ball. He can get there with just straight follow. It should hit the bottom rail, come up to the side rail for the 3. That's over by, is that the 7 ball or 4 ball next to it? We'll soon see. He seems to have just a hair of an angle that he can do just that. Oh, he's come way up. He's come way up. I'm surprised at that.
What about double kissing off the 7 ball here? Cue ball across the table for the 5.
He might try to stun he might have to just go for the bank, but more than likely he's just going to try to stun behind the 7. He put himself in trouble. He hit that with a lot of speed and it in English, which created more speed than you wanted.
Yeah.
And he came way up.
We call that running side.
2 rail.
Increases the speed.
Is he trying to cut this in?
Yeah, and double kiss off the 7.
Oh, is that okay? I didn't understand what you said when he double kissed off the 7.
Yeah. Cut it down the round. Double kiss off the 7.
You called it, and he did it.
Now needs a bit of luck. Has he got it? He hasn't got it. Unless it squeezes between 5 and 7, which I don't think it does. But he can get a good safety again, though.
Yeah, he's got to use the 7 and hide behind the 8.
Send the 5 up and down straight, George.
I wonder if he's even considering banking this to the upper corner, but I think the safety's the way to go here, right behind the 8.
Yeah, he hasn't called a bucket, so he's going for the safety. It's about as good as he could do that. Didn't have the angle to get behind anything, really.
Well, if I remember correctly, we saw David Arcadia make a shot like this to win a European Euro Tour a tournament.
Against Alex Kazakis in the Masters.
Sometimes you just got to go. But this is a tough bank. It's not a straight back like Alex had. Like Alex had. This is a tough bank right here. It would.
Wow, wow. Now needs a little bit of luck. Well, it's not a difficult one to hit, but it might be difficult to control the cue ball.
Yeah, he's got to stay out of the pocket. Can you see the whole ball? I'm not sure if he can see enough.
He's just playing it off the rail, I think.
Yeah, these pockets are this.
Oh, you can see it.
Okay.
He can get straight to it now.
Oh, and he's come down too far again. But he made a great shot on that 5-ball.
You can draw this off this bottom route up for the 7, sorry, into this bottom left.
Yep, you got to dig into it a little bit, come down and back up. Well, looks like we're looking at Hill.
It's looking that way, George. And the next match, Shane Van Boening against Jason Perron, might be delayed slightly. Still more pool to enjoy here from these two.
He stepped it up. Look at the intensity on his face now compared to what it was earlier. On the rail would be perfect. And there it is.
Yeah, just a little stun
Looking
out.
sharp here.
And we're going to be 7-all.
This is where winning the lag pays off. You got the break. You're tied at 7.
And it's going to be PEHLIVANOVIC, I believe, is it?
Yes. Sanjin will be breaking the balls, tied at 7. He won the lag. He will break whenever the score's even or tied.
Well, we were talking about how big this room is, 40,000 square feet, and explaining what was in it, George. Listen to this. The world's biggest billiard hall was built during billiard's golden age. The Recreation, which was a mammoth 7-story health spa, was a bustling Detroit business in the 1920s. It featured 103 tables, 88 bowling lanes, 20 barber chairs, 3 manicuring stands, 14 cigar stands, a lunch counter on each floor, a restaurant that could seat 300, and an exhibition room with theatre seating that could accommodate 250 spectators to watch the pool. Now, that's what you call a pool hall.
Yeah, you forgot a partridge in a pear tree. But nice gesture of sportsmanship as the players bump fists for the final break of the game of the match. Sanjin breaking dead center, trying to get that cue ball dead straight back with a little pop, just like that. Nicely controlled, and it's gonna pay dividends. This has opened up. That 2 balls makeable off the 10. Won't go by the 7. So if he stays focused and executes, Ko Ping Chung may not come out of his chair. But we haven't seen that. I don't believe we've seen a break and run. We've had some runs after the break, but no break and runs.
One more result to bring you. Darren Appleton has beaten Sharik Saeed 8-4 to advance to the next round.
Sanjin PEHLIVANOVIC. Awfully close to that cue ball. Nice touch on that. He's come out. Did he come out enough? I don't think he did.
Oh, look at that. That's just careless. Had so much space, George, to get into.
Well, the shot he played on the one was a touchy shot, and the speed was very important. But what was also important is you're using outside English and cutting the ball down the rail. Easy to miss. So he focused on that. Not excusing it, just...
Yeah, you'd think by now, though, you know, they'd have the speed of the table down. Of course, look, I'm not criticising. I'm just saying at this stage of the game.
Well, at this stage of the game, the more experienced player is at the table now. He's a few years older. Let's see, there's 6 years difference, especially playing at this level. He's been playing longer at this level, so that could be what makes the difference in this match. I know that one shot made a big difference, too. He gets that ball off the rail, and it's a go.
I think he's trying to put him behind the 9 here.
And he has put him behind the 9.
Lovely shot.
He used Loctite on that one. You know what Loctite is?
Loctite super glue.
Yes. Well, it's not glue, but you use it on nuts and bolts to make sure they don't come loose later on. They're not glued down, but they're pretty Loctite. Kind of that shot. Use it on my Harleys quite a bit.
Well, he needs to make a good contact on this. May even make it, as he called it.
I don't think he called it there. Well, he hasn't left much.
He's got away with that.
Yeah, you're going to have to be creative here. What do you recommend? Real soft feather. And slide by the 10.
Yeah, he's just going to drag it, isn't he? Very gently. Locked him up again. How's he going to play this? One rail, lots of right-hand English, or is he going to go 2 rails?
Well, he can't get behind it, so he's going to have to softly come onto it. He could use the 2-rail shot.
He's going one rail, I think.
You think he'll spin around that 5?
Well, that's what he was looking at.
It's hard to control the speed. He's just going to go ahead and give him ball in hand, tie up to 6-9. And he hasn't.
Well, that was careless.
That's the second shot you've said that, and I will tend to agree a little bit that that shot clock had something to do with what he just pushed out to. 3-foul rule is in effect, so if he can hold him here, I don't think he'll be able to get a foul out of him. But he'll be able to get him to break it up a little bit. He might be able to get him behind the 7.
Yeah.
Extension, please.
I think that's where he's going.
He does that, he'll have him on 2. And then just one very creative and good safety could win him the match on the 3-foul.
If he could
We've never seen that.
If he can just brush this, the finest of brushes on this 2 ball, he's going to get beyond this 7, and he's going to be in trouble here. Look at this. Look at this. If he gets the cover, he hasn't. Really would have been better if he'd have got cover on the 7 as well. He has got the 1-railer here. I don't know what he's looking at there. Wow, this is a tough shot.
He's looking to see if it's froze. If it's froze, he's got to hit a rail afterwards, after contact.
Well, what a position to be in.
This
Has
is
the
tough.
match at his mercy. Now all of a sudden.
If he doesn't hit this, Cole will put that ball right underneath it and push that 2 ball out and stick the cue ball tight against the 10. He'll 3-foul him. He'll have to make a great shot.
What a way to lose a match if
Yes.
it does come to that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, how's your nerve, Sanjin?
He's got to make a hit here, and I don't know if the 2's froze or not.
No.
He's going to hit it.
Yes. Yes, what a great shot that is, and he's got a hook back. Brilliant shot.
Yes, it was. It was great. It looks like, I guess maybe he's not happy about it. So I was going to say, it looks like he can get a kick and stick out of it.
But at least it's not 3 fouls, and he's got the chance to go again.
Yeah, he doesn't hit that like that. He could easily been looking at a 3 foul. Go would have stuck him right behind that 10. Came through that. It's going to work out for him. But now here's where the jump cue comes into play.
Well,
if it wasn't for that 10, he might be kicking at this.
Yeah.
That's a makeable kick.
I think it still might be, George.
No. If he has to hold it up. That change when you have to hold it up, especially on you felt, that changes things. Yeah, he might be.
The jump is out of the question, isn't it, on this particular one, because the 2 ball rolled too far.
There's no where you're going to make it even if you jump it. So he's kicking it in to win.
Yeah. Oh, at least the cue ball didn't go. Now then, how's your luck? Well, turns away from the table. He's got a feeling inside him he could have just played his last shot.
Was that a Justin Timberlake feeling?
What's that?
The song. I've got a feeling. I'm sorry.
The Black Eyed Peas also done a great song like that as well. I've got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. I've got a feeling that today's going to be a great day here at the Predator World 10 Ball Championships.
And Coe's got a feeling he's just made a great
what
shot.
A shot there. He's kicking his legs up to try and make the ball miss the 4 ball. Well, all credit to Coe here. The way he's hung on, stuck in there. And he really has played, as you said. He's the most experienced out of the 2. And in this last few racks, it's shown, George.
Well, I will say, PEHLIVANOVIC came with a great shot when he had to on that about to be 2 fouls. Didn't give it away.
We are going to be slightly behind schedule, guys, because this one has gone to a thrilling finish. But Shane Van Boning will be on. Oh, and it's gone wrong again. Where's the cue ball going?
For a long position.
Oh, he's running back, wants to dry his hands very, very quickly.
They're quite aware of the shot clock. I'm not sure if they've both. Yes, they have. They've both used their extension. So they've got 30 seconds to execute between shots.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, what a chance now.
Hello.
PEHLIVANOVIC will not. He's just actually put his glove back on. Now, I don't like it when players take their gloves off.
Well, that's so. Look at the young Ko Ping Chung. Not happy about that.
I actually saw it was in one of the US Pro Billiard Series. And Jeremy Seaman was playing somebody. I can't remember who it was, honestly. But the guy ripped his glove off towards the end of the match. Jeremy Seaman heard it, he put him off, and he missed the next shot.
Well, you know, taking your glove off is kind of the same as undoing your cue. It's a sign of giving up. You know, I'm done. But in this format, I believe it, you know, doesn't matter. Because I've seen it a couple times now. We've seen it a couple times.
Well, whether it's allowed or whether it isn't, I don't agree with it.
This back cut here, actually, PEHLIVANOVIC missed one earlier just like this. Remember that one he sent down the rail from the other side to the bottom pocket?
Too thick, yeah.
Yeah.
Missed it by about 2 inches.
Left
Having the
it
cue
out.
ball cleaned. Referee John Lehman with the task of replacing it exactly where it was with his little gadget. Now this, well, it's not a really tough shot, but in these circumstances, it's missable. Here we go. He makes it. He makes it. Just this 10 ball then will be a win for Sir Sanjin PEHLIVANOVIC. Coming up next will be Shane Van Boning versus Jason Theron. Been great having you with us, guys, and we'll see you very, very soon. In he goes.
There it is. Congratulations, PEHLIVANOVIC. And we're off and running. Next match.